Alright, everybody, going live here. Another severe thunderstorm warning out. Just now. It's going to be this storm here, northeastern Marshall County and northeast Alabama, south central Jackson County and northeast Alabama, west central Dekalb County and northeast Alabama till 4 o'clock. Storm was located near Fife or 7 miles west of Rainsville, nearly stationary. 60 mile per hour wind gust and penny size hail possible. Areas impacted: Rainsville, Fife, Powell section, Langston, Lakeview, and Sugar Hill area. Looking at this storm here, nearly stationary. As said, it is producing some downburst winds, and those could be up to 60 miles per hour with this one. Let's take a look at the velocity. And I can confirm with this one there is actually some high winds with it. Could have been some 60 mile per hour wind gust at one time. Looks like it's producing a downburst right on top of Gibson Crossroads. That's moving off to the south toward Tenbrook, Moore's Crossroads area. I do see some high winds there in this storm. And nice outflow boundary going on with this one too. Gust front coming out of that storm. And I'm going to try something really quick. Nope, won't even go through. That figures. Okay, hang on everybody. Sorry, we're having all kinds of internet problems and stuff. Anyway, still tracking this severe storm here. It's not really moving a lot, pretty much stationary. Some 60 mile an hour wind gusts possible with this one as it continues to move off to the west. It is producing some gust outflow boundaries with it. Looks like that's going around Section and Dutton. Could be some additional development. Did see possibility of some 60 mile an hour winds with this one on the velocity. Looks like that was around Gibson Crossroads, moving off to the west-southwest around Grove Oak. Also get some of them winds. But the highest of the winds I see is like right on top of Gibson Crossroads. County Road 50. And County Road 429, 426. Also some high winds around Powell, Shiloh, Rainsville, Fife areas. And that was a nice little downburst for that one. Also some hail. So again, areas impacted will be Rainsville, Fife, Powell section, Langston, Lakeview, and Sugar Hill area. It also does include the Jackson County and Marshall County, northeast portion of Marshall County. Hell dog, I don't got time for your crap, dude. If you don't like it, get off my live stream. Too many of you trolls out there, man. Y'all need to get a job. You won't have time to sit back and be trolling people. I block people because this is my page, and if I want to block people, I'll block them. Still, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4 o'clock for northeastern Marshall, south central Jackson, and west central DeKalb. At 3:27, a severe thunderstorm was located near 5 or 7 miles west of Rainsville. It's nearly stationary. Looks like it's moving off to the west. Locations impacted include Rainsville, Fife, Powell, Section, Langston, Lakeview, and Chigger Hill. Give me just a second, everybody. Just a second here. Dang it. Hello, Mr. Mike. I'll tell you guys, I'm really past fed up with these trolls coming on my page. So I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just fed up with them. So. I have been nice long enough. It's time now to do something about it. I take my time away from my family and stuff, and I don't even get paid to do this. And, you know, I'll be danged if I'm going to sit here, listen to someone come on in my chat complaining about something because I blocked people on my page that was complaining about something. So that's just the way it is. You know, enough's enough. So it looks like this storm here is continuing to weaken out. Looks like the heaviest of it now moving up into, looks like Jackson County, around the Rock City area, Macedonia, Hancock Crossroads, Bellevue, Duncan Crossroads, and County Road 275, that's in DeKalb County, just to the west of Powell. So it looks like the heaviest area right now, some hail in there. I do appreciate everybody that is following, that actually appreciates what I do, that's not a troll. I do appreciate y'all. I know there's more good than there are bad out there. Power out. Thank you, Maya, Alexander. I appreciate that. Doing okay, Mike. Power out in Powell. Now, I'm not surprised with that. That's some pretty high winds that came through there in Powell. I'm not surprised at all, the power being out there. Thanks for your report there, Anna Fernandez. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just turned the YouTube side of things off because it looks like there's a troll on there, and I don't have nobody in here that can get rid of them. Just don't feel like dealing with their crap today. Looks like this is approaching the Rock City, Duncan Crossroads area, Macedonia, and Jackson County. Just to the west of Powell. Still got some gusty winds and stuff in there. And let me take a look at my chat. Just saw something. Love you too, Mike. Thanks. I know that's why I did what I did. Just, clicked it off. I'm not going to deal with it. Hello, hon. Glad you're watching. I just seen your comment finally come up. The internet's been slow today. Maybe it's just on my end, but it's been slow for me and Katie, and it's been slow even here. So looks like this thing's moving off to the kind of the west, northwest. Looks like it is moving up into Jackson County. That outflow is putting off some more thunderstorm activity. Looks like that one's going to go toward Dutton. Maybe even Section. I do believe this thing will make it into sections. There could be some really high winds with it. Starting to see some more hail show up now around the Rock City, Bellevue area. Again, this thing's not moving fast. It's just barely even moving at all. Take a look at the velocity on it again. I do see some high winds, actually. It's like around Bellevue and Duncan Crossroads. Thought I heard someone on the air here. W4YPX is KO4FUN.
Good afternoon, Chris. How are you this evening?
So around Bellevue, Tammy Little Drive, County Road 68, there's some high winds, potentially damaging. Doing pretty good, JR. Thought I heard you come on. I'm live tracking these severe storms here, moving into Jackson County. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for our county until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, a little weird moving west instead of east there like it usually does.
Indeed, it is moving in an odd direction. That's due to the high pressure we got swirling around, making the storms go in an odd direction. Heard of some power out around the Powell area, so it got pretty rough right in there.
Working outside a little bit there a while ago, and we could tell it was clouding up back toward looked like Geraldine area over there. But
Now, right here is where you could be having some damaging
rain when
winds.
we get off work.
Right in this
Rain
area.
while we was at work, it was make it a little cooler maybe, but no such luck.
Roger, same here. Wishing it would rain, but it didn't. Went left and went right. Completely missed us.
Yeah, we got field day coming up this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. I don't know how long I'm gonna hang around, whatever. It's gonna be hot. I don't know how long I'll hang out in it.
Ben Helling and Powell.
This year, I usually don't mess with it, but I got a pretty good act coming to Rangeville there. Old Sawyer Brown. I may.
Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that.
Music and kick back and drink a Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah, Mike, maybe so. Maybe it'll be slow. Heavy stuff around Pisgah. Looks like I'm seeing that somewhere in there. Sorry. Roger that. It's gonna be hot. I think there's better chances of rain. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think the best chance will be Monday. But yeah, these storms here are producing some big time downburst. I guess that's summertime weather for you. Microburst. So it seems like they want to do.
Yeah, every day's 20 to 30%. After
seeing some high winds still around the Bellevue area, Duncan Crossroads area. But it's not moving fast. There could be some 60-mile-an-hour winds in there. And noting something here has been catching my eye for a moment. I'm going to watch that. All right, roger that. Good talking with you, JR. I'm on live here, so I'm going to say 73. And if you see anything or hear anything, pass it along. It's KO4FUN, W4YPX 73. It's KO4FUN. Got that completely backwards.
Alright, have a good one. Well, you're riding down the road looking like this, W4YPX.
So seeing some more gusty wind potential showing up, maybe some damaging winds over Tammy Little Drive moving into Jackson County. County Road 47 is where that's approaching, and County Road 99. Let me zoom out real quick. I had somebody ask me a question, so I'm going to zoom out real quick. Special weather statement now, south of Pisgah. All this is south of Pisgah, around the Bowman Crossroads area. Special weather statement on that cell. Wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour, P to dime size hail. So areas impacted would be thunderstorms near Pisgah, 8 miles north of Rainsville. It's moving south at around 5 miles per hour. I guess that's all there is to it. Dutton, basically, that's it. Yeah, so Dutton going to be getting this storm here pretty shortly. It's along that outflow boundary, so we're starting to see more of them pop up along it. This is a really mean looking little storm here, to be honest with you. A little bit of a hook there, but it's not on the right, it's not in the right area of the storm. I'm still watching it, not seeing nothing. Yeah, really rotation wise, nothing like that. Velocity shows some really high winds right in there, though, around Dutton and Hodge section area. There's some really high winds right in there, in those areas, as this thing moves on off to the northwest. I appreciate that, Brandy. Sorry I haven't been in the chat a lot. I've just had a ton of stuff going on.
W4 CTK is here.
You got snow around you, hon? I know that's about like here. We got rain
Oh, what you
everywhere.
done 8.5 hours later?
But we don't have no rain. If you want to share anything with us, you can go to Messenger here. You can go message the page. And you can send all that in there, and I will check it out. Be happy to take a look. It got rough around the NACC. Oh, I don't doubt that. Not especially that's around Powell and Section, somewhere in between there. Yeah. NACC, I gotta admit, I'm not really familiar where that's at. Looks like the heaviest stuff now is on top of Bellevue, Duncan Crossroads. Just some really high winds right in here. Mainly, those winds are going to be, you know, like right out in here, just to the west of Powell. Though I circled it out a little bit much there. Didn't really need to go that far out with it. But let's try this one more time. It's like the highest of the winds are like right in that area, right along that gust front, as it's pushing on off to the north. And it has just collided with these storms here, so they've now became one storm. Big area of thunderstorms now.
Yeah, well, had a little incident over last time.
Another thunderstorm developing now in between Sylvania and Rainsville. That's all due to that outflow. Wouldn't doubt, as I mentioned, to see some additional development around Henniger, them areas, due to this outflow. It is moving, the outflow boundary is moving on off to the northeast. The north and northeast is just kind of like a bomb went off, pretty much, what it looks like.
All year, I know that thing for nothing down here is gonna cost me $140 to put that back on. I ain't looking for it back, but I ain't on the yard for it.
Ouch.
Sure looking there. But I got one there that
Highway 35 and County Road 47. Okay. Thank you, Miss Linda. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you on in a while. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate each and every one of you for following. My messenger has got some problems. But other than that, looks like it is moving on up into Jackson County. Weakening, but it's definitely still strong. Some gusty winds, 50 plus, I would not doubt, around Dutton, kind of south, around Section as well. Just a big O area there of showers or storms. Really producing a big outflow gust front. Thanks, Miss Linda. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the NACC part's what confused me, but when you said Northeast Alabama Community College, that made more sense. The E's missing. That's why it confused me. So yeah, I got you. Northeast Alabama Community College. So there's Rainsville, and that college is up around, it's somewhere right in here. College Road, I know it's somewhere up in here, I remember it. Because I've been to it a few times. So yeah, that's right where that highest wind started producing. Starting to watch it now going to Section and Dutton. Let's see how long this warning goes up for. Okay, so now we got a bigger list here. Locations impacted: Rainsville, Fife, Powell, Section, Langston, Lakeview, and Chigger Hill. Okay, no, that's a severe warning. So yeah, that's everything's to the northwest of Rainsville, northwest of Shiloh, northwest of Fife. It is slowly moving away from Powell, but you got another thunderstorm right behind it that's probably going to move through your area. Still watching around Langston. This thing's a big wind maker. Lots of wind, lots of lightning and thunder with it. And heavy rain too. I take that back. Not seeing a lot of lightning with it, but definitely there is a few strikes in there. I just saw that, so there's a few little strikes in there. So I believe this storm will probably build further northeast along that outflow, probably toward Pisgah. You'll probably be getting some of this shortly. You look beautiful today, hon. Talking to Kate. So yeah, some big time thunderstorm activity now just to the east of Section and around Dutton. I'm starting to see some hail in there, so that part of the storm's really ramped it up. That's going to be, looks like right over County Road 391, County Road 626 area. Right over Dutton. So if you're in Dutton, it's pretty rough there. Yeah, some really gusty winds showing up around Hodge and Dutton. Actually, just to the northeast of Hodge and north of Dutton. Looks like along County Road 18, just to the north, approaching Camp Jackson Scout Reservation. Hopefully nobody's camping out there. It's going to be a little pretty windy if so. So what's going to happen? This thing's going to, it's pretty neat how these things look, as they actually start looking like a shooting star, like kind of like a comet or something. This side here will continue to weaken. Just watch that, and then you got the main part here. It's going to follow that outflow boundary there. It's going to start looking like a comet or something burning up. It's pretty neat. It's starting to do it right now, actually. If you watch it, it looks like a comet or something, or a missile, or it's pretty neat how they look in the summertime. And when they follow those gust fronts and outflow boundaries, they're pretty neat looking. They can produce some really high winds, though, even damaging in some cases, as we're seeing today. Birmingham, I was not looking toward Birmingham. Let me zoom out. Let me get my head on straight here. I'll figure it out in a minute. There we go. So the only spots that I see around Birmingham is this one south of Rockford. Just some showers and storms is all I'm seeing down there. I mean, unless you're referring to this, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. That's actually pretty much just the radar beam that you're seeing kind of reflecting off of a lot of different stuff. Could be the humidity, all that stuff, but it's just the radar kind of reflecting back on itself, and you're picking it up, but you're also picking the storms up in the area. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, all these little lines that you're seeing is the radar beam itself as it rotates around. When there's thunderstorms, it rotates like when we're not expecting severe storms, the radar rotates a lot slower. So with it rotating a lot slower, it's allowing it to pick up stuff that it normally wouldn't pick up when the radar is, beaming a lot faster. This one here on a day like today, it is rotating rather slowly. The Weather Service can speed it up, but it is going it is going slow. New warning coming out now.
You didn't eat either.
Thank you. No, I haven't ate nothing today. Thank you. New warning coming out now. And that's going to be for Jackson County with this new development and Central DeKalb. Let me give this out real quick. This is KO4FUN, all amateur radio operators. Be advised that the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Central DeKalb County in northeast Alabama. Looks like the impacts would be 60 mile per hour wind gusts and some quarter size hail. Locations will be Scottsboro, Rainsville, Henniger, Sylvania, Hollywood, Powell, Section, Ider, Pisgah, and Dutton. This is KO4FUN. So that's going to be due to all this following this outflow boundary pretty much.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 4:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Alabama.
I do see some gusty winds, some embedded damaging winds, and that around Bowman Crossroads. That's going toward Moore's Mill area. Didn't expect today to be one of these days that the warnings just kept coming like this. So that's moving toward Pisgah, Hollywood, Section, Henniger, Sylvania. I did expect it to move in that direction, but didn't think it would do it that soon. Huh, I would like to see what you guys are talking about. It could have been a glitch. Because it's weird, I'm not seeing it on mine. Or it could have been a storm, I don't know. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a drink, grab some lunch because I haven't ate nothing today. But I'm going to keep tracking it, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And yeah, please do send it in Messenger. I'd love to look at it. So this thing does look like it's moving away from Henniger. Also away from Sylvania. It's mainly moving kind of to the north-northwest toward Pisgah. You're getting some pretty gusty winds there if you're in Pisgah, that's for sure. Especially Dutton, too. You guys have been at it for a while. Like, this storm's just been continuously dumping wind and rain, just one after the other. See some pretty high winds still around Bowman Crossroads just to the south, and also some high winds going up to the north there. Really big gust front there. That's a really big outflow. There could be some damaging winds even along that outflow there. I actually believe there definitely could be around Georgetown going up to Hollywood. Also Rosalie, Henniger. I mean, that's a possibility there could have been some higher winds. It looks like the highest of it's actually going up toward the Hollywood area in Jackson. Oh my goodness, tree fell on your sister's house. Power lines down everywhere. And I couldn't read the rest of the comment. So yeah, definitely some damaging winds there. Reports of that. And it don't surprise me at all looking at this storm that it would be producing damaging winds. That's why I mentioned that. Big time outflow and gust, probably possibly microburst. I believe I do see that. I wouldn't doubt it at all if there was a microburst in there. Give me just 1 second, everybody. That report really needs to be passed along, so bear with me. All right, can you, Tammy, can you give me an exact address where that's at, or it would be helpful to know the exact location of it. I don't know what this dang thing here is doing. Okay, I've never had never had problems out of this like this. I don't know what's going on with it.
28 Charles, 0 Union, David Charles. Call me a black Chevrolet Colorado pickup truck.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, I'll if I have to make a phone call, so be it. I'll do that once I get some more. All right, do you have an idea? You know exactly. I mean, you need better information. That really does need to be passed along. Seeing some, more damaging wind potential now and some hail as well. As this storm, continues to push off to the north. Damaging winds. Definitely a microburst has occurred. I can see it on the radar around County Road 473 and between Dutton and Bowman Crossroads, looks like that, and also further south. Definitely got some of that wind too. I do see some broad rotation in there. Very, very strange. And that could just be the downburst too, making it swirl around. Something may have occurred. Let me take a look at the correlation. Yeah, definitely some debris showing up, and when I say debris, I don't mean tornadic debris. I mean dust, stuff like that being blown up from this downburst. This thing produced a downburst, probably microburst. It's moving off to the north. Still, picking up some debris here and there. Definitely some damaging winds. Northwest of Moore's Mill area. You actually see it on the radar here. It's actually picking it up as hail, but right there, some very high winds in that storm going off to the north there. It's actually picking it up as hail. So some very high winds there, possibly 60, maybe 60 plus, going to the north there toward kind of toward Georgetown and Pisgah. Looks like it's currently um, over County Road 378, County Road 646, Wheeler Mine. Looks like there's one structure here. It's really getting hammered right now. So if you're under that, if you're in that warning area, take your precautions with that. Looks like it's moving toward Hollywood and Pisgah right now. It's kind of just to the west of Pisgah. It's not moving a lot. It's almost stationary. But those winds are going to be around the Morris Mill area to the northwest. Kind of over a rural area. It's not really a lot of structures there or nothing, but there's still some there. And this thing is really producing the wind. And that is approaching County Road 88. I'm going to try to restart my radio and see if I can get it to come back up. County Road 100 and County Road 430. And that is in Dekalb County. Is that correct? Trees down and power lines down, I believe you said. So I'm restarting my radio now, trying to get it to come back up. I've been having connection problems all day today. I don't know what's going on with it.
You want an apple before I cook these?
Yeah, I'll take a few. One or two.
I'm about to make apple pie.
That's fine, thanks.
Look like potatoes, don't they?
Yeah. And guys, I don't really know why it looks like a fish, but it kind of does. Okay, hopefully this will come back up one of these days. Station 28 Skywarn to Jackson County EMA, are you on frequency? Looks like I'll have to call it in myself. Any more details you can give? I'm trying to see when that comment was you just made. County Road 100 to County Road 430. Let me take a look at something real quick. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up on the Doppler radar. My map's being absolutely stupid right now. County Road 100 and County Road 430. See 473. Okay, I think I'm in the wrong area. Still seeing some damage and winds going toward Pisgah and Hollywood. The storm is nearly stationary. I'm still having trouble finding the road numbers that I need to report, but that's, I'll just report it in. That'll be good enough. Yes, I'm a trained spotter actually tracking the storms now live on Facebook. I had a viewer that wrote me here and said that they've got tree damage, power line damage on County Road 100 and County Road 430. Looks like it happened around 3:35.
Okay. Okay, you said like trees down on what county roads again?
It's on, I believe she said it's on a house. Trees down on her house. It's going to be County Road 100 and County Road 430.
County road 430. What county is this in?
I believe DeKalb County. Either if it's not in DeKalb, it's very close to Jackson County, like right at the line, possibly.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Yeah, I think they have some trees down on highway. Yeah, 430. I did see that one. Yeah, that's the one that we got trees down on. Where it was that kind of like kind of scary situation going on. And like you said, was it also like near 100 too, or like in that area?
She said County Road 100 and County Road 430, so I'm guessing pretty close to it. She said it's right across from the college.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I can see where the college is. So, see where's the college at? So there's the map here. Oh yeah, there it is. Like a bit to the northeast now. Like maybe all the way back. Even though I think the two county roads are. I see two houses right there. I think that happened. Yeah, one's down on 430 and something else. So like that's the other one's kind of like just north of that the intersection.
Yeah, I know. It looks like it produced a pretty.
Which one, but I'll take your word for it. Something did happen in that area.
All right. Yeah, just wanted to pass it along to you. Make sure you guys had the report there. It looks like it may have been a microburst or downburst or something.
Yeah, probably microburst, downburst, because in the profile, the atmosphere is actually very supportive of that today. Like, parameters weren't off the chart, but they were like really high and everything. So, we know about that.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your time there. Wanted to make sure you got the report. Thank you. Take care.
Hey, thank you very much, Ray. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right,
Bye-bye. All right, so the report's been put in. They do have it logged. Just an FYI, it was a microburst. Of course, atmospheric conditions are very favorable for microbursts today, which I kind of figured that when I was looking at the looking at it from the air with the drone earlier. So. Special weather statement ending. It does look like the storm is weakening out. Watching another one now just to the west of Hammondville and the west of Valley Head along I-59, just to the west of that. We'll keep an eye on that one too. Weather Service keeping this severe thunderstorm warning up for another 15 minutes. It was a microburst that occurred in that area. That's what we're seeing, all that swirliness going on there with the that was the winds moving in multiple directions very quick. Those winds could have exceeded 60 miles per hour in that area. I wouldn't doubt, 70, maybe higher, but right there is your downburst, what you're seeing. All this swirling going on right here, and it just spreads on out. So we do have some damage out in that area being reported on here. It's on the Jackson County side. Okay, they was able to see it, thankfully. I wasn't sure if it was on the Jackson County side or DeKalb County. I know I kind of thought it might have been on DeKalb, but it could have been on Jackson County. That's why I said it could be like right at the line or a little bit over it. Nothing in Henniger yet, but you do have a storm to the south of you, and you got one to the west. Very high winds though with those. So did get that reported out. And we are seeing additional development pretty much right in the area I was talking about earlier. And keep in mind, any of these cells here would be, have the potential to produce more microbursts. This one here I'm watching It's moving to the west towards Sylvania, so pay attention to these storms. The warning goes up, act quickly, because these microbursts can, happen really, really quick, as this one did. Thankfully, I believe there was a warning in place. It's really because these two cells collided together like they did and just pretty much fell apart. They pretty much wrecked each other out. So, some pretty scary situation for sure in that area. I'm still seeing it weaken out, so that is good, but we're going to watch additional development here to the west of Valley Head and west of Hammondville. So severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4:30 for southeastern Jackson and north central DeKalb. At 4:11, severe thunderstorm was located over Pisgah, or 9 miles east of Scottsboro, moving north at 15 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. I can already tell you it's moving away from Henniger at this moment, but we'll go ahead and include it anyway. Scottsboro, Henniger, Sylvania, Hollywood, Ider, Pisgah, Dutton, Martintown, Rosalie, and Fabius areas impacted potentially by that. Looks like Pisgah, you're definitely being impacted by it. Dutton, you've been being impacted by it for a while. You're finally getting out of it. Seeing some additional cells pop up all around Henniger, all up in the area along that outflow. This new cell here around I-59, that's weakened out quick. Some gusty winds with that. Watching some better cell development now around Rosalie, and that's up in Jackson County. And these will continue to fire along that gust front, however far it goes northeast. And I'll say the high resolution models were dead on with it. So if you're in DeKalb County, really no threat unless you're around Henniger. Ider, we're starting to see, some development that way, but nothing yet other than some wind. If you're further south, there's absolutely nothing. All this looks like it's going to hang out around Jackson County in between the northeastern portions of DeKalb, as I circled earlier. And then it will fizzle out around dark. But we're going to stay live, of course, till this warning is canceled. I got confirmation, I'm pretty sure, of trees down on County Road 100 and where did that comment go? 100 to County Road 430. So if you're on County Road 121, just off County Road 100, you're in the area where the microburst occurred. Alright, warning just canceled by the Weather Service office. So be paying attention to these storms. If you go under a warning, if I'm not live, make sure that you take these serious today. They could produce microbursts, and they more than likely will. Been seeing that a lot. Today, make sure you get to a sturdy shelter indoors, away from windows, all that, because these downbursts can produce winds, up to 80 miles per hour. I've seen them, produce winds up to 100 miles per hour before. That's just the potential that, microbursts can have, and they happen suddenly, so you don't really, sometimes you may not even have a warning on it, but we've been having warnings on these, thankfully. So we're going to keep an eye on them, of course. Got a lot I need to do outside, but I will be keeping an eye on it. My pager's on me if anything does go severe, which hopefully it don't. Hopefully all these will just kind of collide together and fall apart. But it's still hot outside. 83 degrees. It's cooled off a good bit, though. It was at 90, so we've cooled off quite a bit outside thanks to the outflow from these storms. They have brought, some cooler air in, but it's still pretty warm outside. So anything that develops, we'll need to keep an eye on it. The main area of concern has shifted a little further northeast now. Um, Looking like around this area here up in Jackson County. Maybe need to bring it, a little further out than that. A little further out. Anywhere, I'll say Skyline, Pleasant Grove, Hollywood, Stevenson, Bridgeport, Ider, Henniger, Pisgah, Shiloh, all them areas. Even Sylvania, we won't leave them out. Looks like y'all are kind of in the realm of, for more development. I'll try to circle this a little bit more precise than what I was just a minute ago. So we'll say in that area will be the next, the big area for concern within the next few hours of additional development along that outflow. So pretty rainy, pretty windy. Nothing severe at the moment, but we will keep an eye on it if anything does go severe, of course. We'll come back in and jump back up and let everybody know what's going on. So I do appreciate it. Stay weather aware. Definitely going to be dealing with this for a little while, all the way into the weekend. So stay weather aware. If anything comes back up, we'll get back on live here. So thanks again. Hope nobody was hurt. Hope everybody was all right. If you got any damage, feel free to send it in. I'll be glad to look at it. And also, it has been reported. I did report it live on air for those that may have missed it. So it has been reported directly to Huntsville. They're aware of it. Take care. Have a good day. God bless, and we'll see you. I got a feeling we might see you again here within the next hour or less. So maybe not, just in case. So have a good day, everybody, and stay cool.